Rolling back the years, Henry Kissinger is once again in the Chinese capital, once again talking to a Chinese leader.
It is a great privilege to be able to visit China, and it is extraordinarily courteous of you to arrange the meeting.
You've just celebrated your 100th birthday, and I wish you a long and healthy life.
It was a most effusive welcome in China for a US figure in recent years, Kissinger being described as an old friend and significantly meeting with the defense minister who's sanctioned by the US and who recently refused to meet his US counterpart, Lloyd Austin.
Secretary Austin has been very clear since the beginning of the administration that the department is interested in open lines of communication with the PRC. Unfortunately, by and large, they have not responded to those requests.
52 years ago, Richard Nixon was the president who walked the halls of the West Wing. He instructed Henry Kissinger to set up a series of secret meetings with Chinese leaders. These paved the way for Nixon's historic visit to China in 1972. Kissinger's visit comes amid a historic low point in relations between Washington and Beijing over issues such as Taiwan, technology, trade, and China's human rights record. It was a visit that changed the course of history, encouraging a parting in the Sino-Russian relationship and heralding the fall of the Soviet Union nearly 2 decades later.
Our strategy was to position ourselves in such a way that we were closer to Soviet Union and China than they were to each other. So that in every crisis, we had more options than they did.
This time round, perhaps it's China sending a message to the United States.
The emphasis that the Chinese side is placing on the Kissinger visit is to say, this is a choice. This is a choice on your side. You're creating the negative conditions. There are Americans that are not just working in business, but in the strategic community that we can have good relations with.
The somewhat guarded response from the White House and the State Department. Henry Kissinger is a private citizen, no longer speaking for the United States as he did over half a century ago. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, Washington.